Hey, good people. I know this is really supposed to be my Sunday morning routine type of vlog, but it doesn't hurt to add bonus footage. Let's go. Okay, y'all, so one thing that is very important about Sunday morning prep is getting your clothes ready the night before. So I'm planning on wearing this cheetah print dress. I got it during Old Navy's Black Friday sale, and then I'm probably going to put this hat with it as well. And then I'll put my black heels with it as well. I think that's going to look good for tomorrow. And then I'll add like a few accents of red in there to kind of, give vibe for the Christmas spirit and whatnot. And then with my jewelry, I'll just kind of have accents of red to kind of balance it all out and bring in the Christmas vibes. So now that I'm thinking about it, looking at it with the black hat, I think I might do the black hat because it just looks better. And plus, I don't know how I feel about like the two like tan cream colors clashing. I don't know, so it's probably gonna be black, but we'll see. Now it's time for a good hot shower. I love a good candle going. That is one thing that I absolutely love about my night routine. And then after shower time, it's pretty much lights out. Happy Sunday, y'all. It's time for coffee and watching House of Hope Atlanta. I am a little tired because I went to bed past midnight, so this is really about to do me some good. So since Christmas is literally right around the corner, let's make this a Christmas edition of Throwback Sunday. So fun fact, House of Hope does several Christmas services throughout the month of December, but this one has definitely got to be one of my favorites out of December 2021. This service was so uplifting, I can't even begin to tell y'all how good it was, and yes, I most definitely cried. The praise song that they sung was We Lift Your Name by Shayna Wilson Williams, led by my favorite, Mignon Bolton Sarton. Listen, y'all, Mignon is not a vocal beast to be played with. Do y'all hear me? Man, she gonna start off cute every single time, but trust me, she gonna start singing like rent is due.
As we love on you, receive honor. Receive honor, and as we shout your name, receive our praises, receive our praises, as we love on you, receive honor. Hey, this is why, 'cause your name is high. There's no other name, say, no other name like yours. Your name is high, be glorified. But you are great, say, you are great, and greatly to be praised. Tell them, say, when it's your day, put your hands together right there. Come on, when it's your day. Receive our praise, receive our worship. It belongs to you and only you. God, you deserve everything we have. Come on, I need you to help me right here. Come on, all over the house. So we say, we declare, your love is greater than ours. Hey, no one greater. Your peace is greater than ours. Say, no one is greater. Sing your love, sing no one greater, no one greater. I searched the
What in the world did I tell y'all? Okay, that is my fave for life. So the worship song was Most Beautiful by Maverick City Music, led by Lawrence Flowers. I listened to this version more than the original because it's just so good. At the time of this service, life was extremely rocky, and I would even come back even days and weeks after this service to watch this part again. And I feel like every single time I come back and watch it, it's the first time I've heard it.
Created in your image and your likeness, oh Lord. One thing I desire, only this I see, just to dwell here forever. This will be my posture, laying at your feet. Oh, just to dwell here forever. Yeah. Dearest Father, closest friend, most beautiful, most beautiful. Yeah. Dearest Father, dearest Father. You're beautiful, yeah. I'm so in love with you, 'cause you're beautiful, so beautiful. I place my eyes on you, you're beautiful, so beautiful, 'cause with just one look, everything changes. I'm captivated. Yes, God. I'll never be the same. It's with just one look, everything changes. I'm captivated, and I'll never be the same. Everything changes. I'm captivated. I'll never be the same. On Calvary, you looked at me. On Calvary, you looked at me. I'll never be the same. Keep my eyes on you. I won't lose my focus. I'll keep my eyes on you. Keep my eyes on you, Jesus. I'll keep my eyes on you. I'll keep my eyes on you. Keep my eyes. what's gonna keep me. That's what's gonna restore me. That's what's gonna rebuild me. That's what's gonna reveal me. I'll keep my eyes on you. I'll keep my eyes on you. Dearest Father, closest friend, most beautiful, most beautiful.
The way this captures my heart every single time is just so beautiful, and I feel like I'm walking on clouds every single time I listen to this. Mind you, Lawrence has already taken me completely out, and then here goes Pastor Smith continuing the worship. It just gets better and better.
I can't find the words to describe you. It would take a million years to explain the way I feel. You are the epitome of everything I'll ever need. I'm so in awe of you. Lord, you leave me speechless. Everybody, there is none. Come on. There is none like you. No one else. Come on, say it. No one else can touch my heart like you do. I can search for all eternity long. I can search for all eternity long and find there is none. There is none. There is none. Oh. There is none. There is none. There is none like you. Come on, give him praise while you're watching. Come on, give him praise. Come on, give him praise and give him glory.
After an amazing time in worship, Pastor Smith came through with this amazing sermon. His title was Christmas for You, but Trauma for Me.
Christmas for you, but trauma for me. I want to preface the message by giving you a quote from Dr. Selena Pina. Disruptive events can affect us physically, mentally, and emotionally. She adds that these traumatic experiences can penetrate our physiological temperaments because trauma is an emotional response to a horrendous, inconceivable, and unexpected damaging event. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone through anything that was traumatic? You went through something that was horrendous, that it was inconceivable. You could have never fathomed going through what you went through. You ever went through something that was an unexpected damaging event? You woke up one day and your plans, your life was changed. You didn't have time to get it together. Sometimes in life you face horrendous, inconceivable, unexpected damaging events that can literally crush you and leave you hopeless. We're in a time where people have decorated their homes, and you go to the malls and the stores and people say Merry Christmas and season's greetings, and people are shopping and people are excited. But there are some people who are watching me right now that while children are excited because it's Christmas for them, but for you, it's trauma. Listen, we celebrate Jesus coming into the world. It's triumph for us. But can you really understand the trauma and how agonizing that must have been for Joseph? This hit me because I'm thinking about all those people right now who can't enjoy this season because you've gone through something that's traumatizing for you. And it's like a Scrooge that has stolen the joy and the happiness out of Christmas. What do you do? And I just like how Joseph is able to navigate his traumatic circumstances. He's able to find transformation even in the trauma. And Selena Pina tells us that those are the 5 steps of emotional detox. It's cleansing, and then it's restore, and then it's clarity, and then it's rejuvenation, and then this last step is transformation. He's able to transform his trauma and able to participate in what I want to call Christmas. And I want to give a word for those who may be challenged today through depression and strife and emotional toxicities and emotional imbalances. He's able to get through it. But how does he get through it when it's traumatic for him? A couple of things. I'm going to take my seat and get out of here. The first thing I want you to notice about him, that although it's Christmas for us and trauma for him, he walked as a righteous person. He walked as a righteous person. I like Joseph because a lot of us, when we face stuff that's ratchet, we respond with ratchetness with our own sense of ratchetness. Am I right about that? But notice that even though it's traumatic for him, what the Bible says about him is that he's espoused to his wife before they came together. And what I love about it is that his character remains the same. He does not allow, please understand that when a boat sinks, it is not because of the water on the outside that sinks it. It's only when the water can get into the ship and get into the boat to sink it. You may be in traumatic times, but the challenge is, will you allow the trauma to get into you? Can you maintain who you are? Can you maintain your emotional stability and your sense and your vision and what God has called you to do and your principles even during the midst of trauma? He walked as a righteous person. But not only does he walk as a righteous person, the second thing I like about this text is that he would not reciprocate the pain. I said he would not reciprocate the pain. He would not reciprocate the pain. Notice what happens. He gets the word that his fiance is pregnant and it is not his. And the law, Old Testament law, gave him the option that he could have her stoned to death. Because in actuality, this situation is hurtful for him. It's painful for him. This is not his plan. No man wants to hear what Joseph has just heard. But what I love about it is that even though he could have had her killed and stoned to death because he was hurting, because the principle is typically hurt people. And that's why you have to sometimes watch when people respond and they act a certain way. Sometimes you're fighting with people and you're responding to people. When people pop off, sometimes we don't realize that there's something beneath the surface that's causing the pains. And we have to be more empathetic and sympathetic with people, to not look at their actions, but to ask ourselves, is there a root cause? I love him in this text, how he operates, because he does not allow the trauma to make him traumatized. And often in our lives, those of us who've been victimized can inevitably, if we're not careful, become victimizers. Those of us who've been hurt, if we're not careful, we can end up wounding people. Those of us who've been abused, if you're not careful, you can end up becoming an abuser. But when you have a process and have the internal and emotional stability that even though this situation has hurt me, I'm not going to try to cause and inflict the same degree of hurt on the people I cause. And here's one way that you and I will know we're growing in God. When you can look at people who you know tried to destroy you, who you know tried to hurt you, and say, I'm going to put you in the hands of Jesus Christ, because I'm not going to let you or anybody bring me down to your level. Please understand that it takes two people to have an argument. Lord have mercy. And one of the ways we get into mess is by stepping into it. But it takes an emotional stability and maturity to say, you talk, I'm going to talk to God about you, because my destiny is too important for me to come down and be in traumatized and stuff. Because you hurt me does not mean I got to respond the same way that you hurt me. I like this because he walks as a righteous person. He was not reciprocate the pain. But thirdly, he willingly responded to God's plan. He willingly responded to God's plan. I like Joseph because verse 19 says he didn't want to make her a public example. He thought to put her away privately, even though he's hurt, even though he's traumatized and disappointed. I like verse 20. It says, while he thought on these things. That's another good sign of emotional growth and an emotional IQ that's elevated. That's another good sign that you're emotionally available. Too many of us are in relationships with people who are emotionally unavailable and have a low emotional IQ. His IQ is so important. Look at verse number 20. One of the most important things that we can apply to our lives is that first part of verse 20. But while he thought on these things, you missed the whole shout. Verse 19, he's traumatized. Verse 19, he's hurt. Verse 19, he's unsure and uncertain. Verse 20, but when he thought on these things, you'll be surprised how much better our lives would be if we took some principles from verse 20, the A portion. Let me think about these things before I get involved, before I respond, before I lower my standards, before I allow my emotions and my pain to lead me. Let me take some time to think about what I'm doing. Too many of us act first and think later. I have to walk in purpose, even if this is not my passion. I have to walk in purpose, even if this is not my priority and my perspective. God, help me to respond to your will and your way. And Joseph knew Mary not. He never touched her until after she had her firstborn son. And guess what? And because Joseph was the earthly father of Jesus, the next chapter tells us that Herod tried to kill him. And Joseph had to protect and nurture the Christ, took him to Egypt to keep him from being assassinated by Herod the Great. I want to give you 4 quick things that Selena Pina mentions in her book about this last step of emotional detox. That when you face something traumatic, unexpected, inconceivable, horrendous, that we have to find a way to have transformation from those moments. And I'm going to give you what I call here the 4 R's of transformation. This is the last step in the detox process, the 4 R's of transformation. The first R is release feelings of guilt. Here's another one. R, release shameful feelings to open your pathways of grief. Here's the third R, release yourself. The last one, R, you have to renew your faith. But just because it's traumatic does not mean that God can't transform those moments of trauma. And those who are watching me right now, you haven't been quite feeling yourself this Christmas. You haven't been quite feeling yourself this season. It's okay. Therapists say this is the worst time for people in the year emotionally, mentally, and psychologically. And you have not felt the same, but I'm here to tell you, restoration can be yours. Transformation can be yours. And I just want you to ask God to hear your prayer this morning.
So this sermon was so good, especially for those like me who have lost somebody special and the holiday season just feels different. Sermons like that are very, very uplifting and fit for this season. The outro song was Hear My Prayer by House of Hope Atlanta, led by Mignon Bolton Sarton. This song is definitely like a huge part of my life. The lyrics have such like deep resonance with me. This song definitely gets played in those very rough seasons, and you'll see why.
That's who he is. He's the writer of my story. Now come on, ask him to hear my prayer. That's my earnest plea. Hear my prayer. Here's my favorite line of the song. Author of time. Sustainer of my mind. Come on and ask him to hear my prayer. That's my earnest plea. Hear my prayer. Now come on, tell him I need you. Listen, we're going to pray to God to hear my prayer. While you're typing, ask him, whenever I need you, you're always right there. Come on, hear my prayer. Please hear my prayer. Whenever I need you. Lift your hand.
So that's church with House of Hope Atlanta. Usually I'll start watching House of Hope while eating breakfast or getting coffee going, and then I'll keep watching as I'm getting ready. So I was going to do makeup, then hair, but since I and we as a family are all running behind, I decided to get ready first. So Sundays are usually my curly hair days, as you guys know, but the hassle of going from curly to straight is something I don't want to hassle, and it's humid. So I know I started doing get ready with me segments on here, but I never really told you guys what I use. The stuff that I'm putting in my hand and onto my hair is the Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum. It is silky smooth and humidity resistant. I put this on my hair before and after straightening or curling with hot tools. You can find this at Walmart, Amazon, Bells, TJ Maxx, in the hair care or beauty section. I don't use hairspray a lot. This serum works better for me, and I just like how it makes my hair look. The flat iron that I use is the Titanium Babyliss Pro. It has 5 heat settings. I only use 3 out of those 5. I mostly use 340 when I'm first starting out, and then when I'm done with my entire head, I'll turn it down to like 300. So when it comes to Sundays, I put on a lot more makeup on for church than anything else. For school, I'll just put on foundation and mascara, but for church, I put on foundation, eyeshadow, sometimes blush, mascara, and that's about it. I mostly use the Clinique brand of makeup. I love it so much. I kind of have brushes from everywhere, mostly Target. All right, y'all, so the fit is complete. Let's get in the car. Church is about a 5-minute drive. We made it on time today, which is pretty shocking because we all snoozed this morning. And this little mini suitcase, I guess if you want to call it that, is definitely essential to Sunday mornings in church because I can put my laptop in it, chargers, my purse, everything, and it's just easy. So majority of the service, or all of the service for the most part, I am back here running the booth, audio, cameras, all that good stuff, and turning on the extension cord so we can get audio and camera. So after I get things turned on in the booth, kind of get some music going, turn the TVs on and everything, I go to my dad's office and review his notes and kind of go over the order of service form and just kind of see how he wants service to play out. After this, I go back to the booth and start the live stream at 10:57 a.m. and service starts at 11. Hey y'all, church was good today. Well, my church was good today. I know y'all, I show y'all House of Hope Atlanta, but y'all never get to see like my church. So this was fun for y'all. After church, we went out to eat with my parents' 4 best friends who are obviously my unbiological uncles and aunties. We had such a fun time talking together, spending time together before our crazy Christmas schedules. I love them so much. Thank you guys for tuning into my updated, more extensive Sunday morning routine. I will hopefully see you guys next week. Bye.